and welcome to this video. My name is Manya and we're currently in lockdown here in Germany. So that means pretty much everything besides really essential stores are closed. But the last day, or I think 2 days before the lockdown, I actually went on my last thrift trip that I filmed. I also went the last day before lockdown really quickly, but I didn't film that. I went to a few stores. One of the stores was completely new. I actually didn't even know it existed, and I just found it recently, and I found a bunch of really cool things there. So I'm gonna take you with me and I'll show you all the amazing things that I spotted.
Feathers in my hair and braids around my waist. I'm almost a bird.
I got so excited right when I walked into the store. I spotted so many cool items right off the bat and I regret not getting more.
Ooh, ah. Ooh, ah. We all strive to be more. We all long for viva la vida. Around the corner I'll meet ya, a bit lighter and freer. I'm so happy to see ya.
I wanted to get this bell jar and then I forgot. Once this lockdown is over, this is going to be the very first thrift store I'm headed to, and I hope it's still gonna be there.
I'm gonna stay here under all these rays and soak up the sun. Ooh, ah. Ooh, ah. We long for viva la vida. Around the corner I'll meet ya, a bit lighter and freer. I'm so happy to see ya. And we learn from our mistakes, and we grow from what breaks us. We let it take its time. We long for viva la vida. Around the corner I'll meet ya, a bit lighter and freer. I'm so happy to see ya. Viva la vida. Around the corner I'll meet ya. Viva la vida. A bit lighter and freer. I'm so happy to see ya.
If this hadn't been so chipped, I would have totally gotten this. It was so pretty. They also had a table full of brass items. I didn't get anything, but they had a lot of really nice things. I've already taken you to the store quite a few times, but it's just around the corner from the first store. This was the very first time I've ever gone there, and I haven't gotten a single thing.
Sailors passing on the street, are you ready for peace?
This is probably the smallest store in town, but it is jam-packed and I always find good vintage here. They also sell clothing right next door.
Forget bad memories and leave those hurting knees behind. Birds are filling up the sky, are you willing to try?
I also should have picked up this tea set. Maybe it'll still be there once I go back and once the lockdown is over. It's so pretty.
Many more will come, many more under the
I had to pick up Naomi from kindergarten, but I managed to squeeze in one more store really quickly. This one also never disappoints. I have found quite some cool vintage there. Clothes, not so much, but their home decor is great. I really like this vase, but their asking price was 20 euros. Pass. What I actually got. So for this haul, I'm only going to show you things that I got for my shop. I actually bought a few things for myself as well, but there are some things that I also randomly bought here and there, and also some thrifted items that I bought online. So I'm gonna kind of cluster them all together into one video that is, I think, going to be online next week. At the first store, they had some amazing ceramics, amazing pottery. I was so hyped up when I went there, and I'm really gonna have to go back after lockdown because I think there are some things that maybe I should have gotten but I didn't. But the first thing when I walked into the store that I spotted right away was this. Really large, and I don't think it comes across that large on camera. It's, I think, 43 centimeters high vase. It is so cool. It has this kind of double loop handle, which I've never seen before. I have searched online so much and I've not been able to find out the maker. It is marked actually. It has 2 numbers on there, which is 63 and 40, and it also has stamped on there Handarbeit, yeah, oh my gosh, Handarbeit, which is the German word for that it's like made by hand. It is so nice. It is stunning. It is incredibly unique, and I know I say that about a lot of pieces, but this is really something I've never seen before. And yeah, absolutely really just love this. I also found this little bowl. At first I thought it was a wall plate, but it doesn't have any like loops or holes or whatever to be able to hang it up on the wall. So I just think it's a decorative bowl, and it is by KMK, which I had never heard of before, but is also a pottery company. And this is really cool. It's kind of this floral pattern, and it has some speckles on there, which here at this channel we love speckled pottery, at least I do, so I don't know, I hope you do too. I also found this red pitcher vase, and it is marked made in West Germany, and the marking is almost completely gone, which is so weird, or they didn't even imprint it on there really that you can see it. I just can read a 1-5, and the numbers before that I really cannot read it. I have to keep on trying. Maybe I have to get one of those magnifying glasses and a really bright light to be able to read it. What is kind of interesting about it is that the inside, which is so weird, I've never seen that before, at least the rim here, is fat lava. So I don't know, I've never seen a vase that is sort of fat lava on the inside. Usually it's just on the outside, but yeah, this is a red one. It's really nice. I could imagine this really nicely in the kitchen. Then I also found a very small pitcher vase, and I also have not been able to find out who made this. So there is a number marked on there, which is 25, maybe it's also 26. No, it's 2550-10, and it's really small and cute. And the reason I got it is because recently in another thrift haul I hauled a vase that was by Keramikmanufaktur, and I think I actually forgot to show that one, but it looks exactly like this one, and I don't know if they are the same kind of model but then different sizes, but I tried to find this one also from Keramik and I couldn't find it, so I don't know. Now I also found a set of stoneware mugs, and these are Studio Pottery. They are not marked, but they are so cool, and the handles are really, I don't know, they are a little bit different and unique, maybe also because it was handmade, and they're not completely, they're a little bit, I don't know, I wouldn't say off, but they're not completely symmetrical, but I like that about this. And the sad thing is that when I got this, I actually had a set of 3, but one broke in the bag. I don't know why. Maybe there was too much stuff in there. Maybe the guy who put it in there just smashed it in there too hard, but one broke. That was so sad, because that one actually was the one that I liked the most because of the glaze. Because the glaze, it kind of looks exactly the same, but because it's handmade, you have some little differences here and there. But these look like you could just get them at a really cool, hip pottery studio nowadays, but they are very likely from the 60s or 70s. Then I got this really cool pitcher vase, which is actually by Keramikmanufaktur, and it is marked 1574-18. It is really cool, and to me it actually looks kind of modern and vintage at the same time, if that makes any sense. Parts of the glaze are just a little bit flaked off, not really flaked off, but it has like some tiny little dots where you don't have the glaze, like the stripes anymore. But it's not a chip, it's literally just kind of like the glaze has maybe come off, or the paint has come off a little bit. Last but not least, from the first store, is this SCHEURICH vase. This is all glossy, so you have no matte parts, no fat lava, because I have gotten a vase that has kind of this sort of kind of very modern design on it before, but that one was mostly matte. But this one is really glazed and shiny, and this one is the number 52321, and really cool with the colors. It has a petrol stripe here, then some brown, yellow, and this burgundy, which I do not see that much in ceramics, especially not in the 60s and 70s, so that is kind of different, but I really like it. Now we're moving on to the second store that I went to. Well, technically that's not true, the third. The second store that I went to is one that I go to all the time, and that I've maybe shown and already made, I don't know, to me it feels like 20, but it was maybe 3 or 4 Thrift with me's. But I didn't find anything in there. But when I went to the third store, I found such cool stuff. So I'm gonna show you that first, and that store is actually one that I also had been to quite a few times before, but never mind. So the first thing is this really nice olive colored, and it kind of looks like it's fat lava, but it's not. It's just this dripping effect, and it is signed. I've just not been able to find out the signature. It looks like a J, could also be an L or a G, I don't know, but I haven't found this exact same one. I'm gonna show it in case you know it, let me know. But this one is really cool. It kind of almost looks like a bottle shape. It really narrows down here, and I would imagine it with this really nice eucalyptus branch in there. I think that would look really, really cool. The next item I got is definitely not for the people who love neutrals in their home, because it is bright orange and forest green. It's really cool. I really like that this has this kind of ombre effect, as in that the dark green kind of fades out into this orange. It is actually marked, so it says made in Germany, and it is marked 111-15, but I could not find out who actually made this, so I don't think it was SCHEURICH. It was a different company, and I don't think it was Magai either, because their flower pots have a very different vibe to them. Nevertheless, I really like it. I think it looks so cool if you already have those really nice bold 70 colors in your home, and it's a decent size, so you can fit a decent size plant in there as well. I also found this vase, which is totally up my alley, and it has those really nice vertical stripes in there, and it is marked as well. It is marked 274-15. Well, there's no dash, but it's 27415. And then it also has a ceramic mark on there, and it's such a simple mark, but still I couldn't find out who made it. So it's either an M or it's just a W, and I just can't find out who made it. But this one is definitely from the 60s or 70s, and the inside glaze is a dark brown, and I wouldn't even say this is a typical 70s really warm tone brown. This is more like a taupey neutral brown color. I also ended up finding a few mugs at that store, actually a bunch of mugs, but I'm gonna show you these two first. So they belong together, but I'm gonna sell them separately, and they are, I'd say, probably from the 60s, and they are hand painted floral mugs. They're so beautiful, and they're so beautiful in fact that I found a set of 5, and I decided to keep 3 for myself, for now at least. And I'm gonna show you those in next week's video, so stay tuned because they have different designs on them. Yeah, and these two are gonna go into the shop because I couldn't justify keeping all 5 of them, and they are really just so nice and beautiful. And I don't know, I just love floral botanical illustrations. All of you probably know that who have watched my videos before. I found another set of mugs, and those are 4 mugs, and I could not believe my luck when I turned them around and I saw the Villeroy and BOCH stamp on there. Villeroy and BOCH, if you do not know it, is a very, very expensive brand of porcelain that still exists to this day, that still is expensive, and I think it originated in Luxembourg, if I'm not completely mistaken. And I found a set of 4, and I'm going to show you them. 2 are the same and the rest is different. They are butterfly mugs, and they each have 2 butterflies on them, and they're both different. But I got this butterfly, and then here you have this butterfly on the back, and they're all stamped Villeroy and BOCH and Septfontaine. I don't know, my French, I used to take French school, but I was never good at it. And this Septfontaine, I looked it up, and it seems like this series was made in the 1970s, which is perfect because that's the era that I love for home decor. So I got this one, and then the other one has this, I think that's a monarch butterfly. Is that a monarch? I could be wrong, I don't know, but this one has this one on here. I know the German word for it though. And then on the back, it's this beautiful yellow one. And then lastly, I got this mug with a really nice big blue butterfly, and this one on the back. Then there was a 4th store that I went to. I found a few things that I'm going to show you right now. The first thing is actually my second favorite thing of this haul. My favorite thing really being this really big floor vase that I showed at the very beginning. And this one is my second favorite. To me, this just looks so modern. It does not look vintage at all, and that's what I love about some things, that they're just timeless. There's this little picture vase. It's marked 315, and this has a marking on there that I was able to identify, and it's the first piece I've ever found by them. It's called MARSCHNER Kunstkeramik. It's also a pottery studio that Like pretty much all the ones from back in the day does not exist anymore. And I really like this. This is just really, really one of my favorite pieces I've probably ever found, because it's just so cool in my opinion. Then I actually found a candle holder. I don't find a lot of candle holders for some reason. I don't know why. Not a lot I like, I have to say. And this one just to me was so cool. It is actually not marked, but you can see that it is pottery, ceramics, very likely also studio pottery from the maybe the 60s or 70s. Maybe it's a little bit newer. It's hard to say because it's unmarked, but the gradient of color is so cool. So you have this deep blue here, and then this lighter blue here, and this cream here. If you like this video, make sure to check out these ones here on the side, because I actually post a new video about thrifting and secondhand finds every week, so you have a lot to choose from. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my next one. Have a great day. Bye!